Hello everyone. So today after the lecture of metabolism of phenylalanine and tyrosine, we will see now albinism and pheochromocytoma. These two disorders we will see in today's lecture. So let's start with albinism and pheochromocytoma. Now, metabolic disorders associated with tyrosine amino acid we will see today. But catabolic pathway of phenylalanine and tyrosine, we divide these metabolic disorders into these three subheadings. That is the metabolic disorder associated with catabolic pathway of phenylalanine and tyrosine, in which we have already seen phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria, tyrosinemias, Hawkinsinuria and Sagawa syndrome. Now today we will see disorders associated with melanin synthesis, that is albinism, and disorders associated with excess catecholamines, that is pheochromocytoma. Now metabolic pathways of tyrosine. So tyrosine is an important amino acid which synthesizes thyroid hormone, which is also converted into phenol and chrysols. It synthesizes tyramine, tyrosine sulfate, melanin, catecholamines. These are all the pathway which give rise because of tyrosine. But tyrosine is synthesized from phenylalanine. This we have already seen that phenylalanine is converted into tyrosine in presence of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme, and deficiency of this enzyme causes phenylketonuria, and this transaminase deficiency also we have seen pyruvate formation. Now today we just come to the synthesis of melanin. So tyrosine is responsible for the synthesis of melanin. It is a pigment molecule, but if there is blockage in this pathway or enzyme deficient, then it give rise to a disorder that is known as albinism, in which pigmentation is lost or very less pigmentation. Then the other, it is when excess synthesis of catecholamines takes place, and this may give rise to pheochromocytoma. So these two disorders today we will see. Now albinism. It includes a spectrum of clinical symptoms. It is not a single symptom, but it is a clinical syndromes, spectrum of clinical syndromes, which is characterized by hypomelanosis, that is less pigmentation. Hypomelanosis arising from inherited defect in the pigmented cell, that is melanocytes. There is defect in melanocytes of skin and eye. This albinism occurs in two parts, that is skin and eyes. Types, they are of two types: oculocutaneous albinism, in which skin is involved, and the other is oculoalbinism, in which eye is involved. It is with the name it is understood, in this eye and skin both are involved, and here only eye is involved. Oculocutaneous albinism, it has four types, that is type 1, oculocutaneous albinism type 1, oculocutaneous albinism type 2, oculocutaneous albinism type 3, and oculocutaneous albinism type 4. So now we come to the oculocutaneous albinism. First type of albinism, there is decreased pigmentation of skin and eyes. So here we see there is decrease in pigmentation of skin and eyes. They can be differentiated by clinical presentation and biochemical and other features. Tyrosinase negative albinos is there. Here you see the difference is tyrosinase negative albinos is there and completely lack visual pigment. So they don't have visual pigment. Hair bulb from this patient failed to convert added tyrosine to pigment in vitro. So tyrosine is not converted into pigment. Melanocytes in these patients contain unpigmented melanosomes. Now oculocutaneous albinism type 1. Now we see all the four types. So first it is type 1. It is an autosomal recessive disorder. It is autosomal recessive disorder which is characterized by absence of pigment in hair, skin and eyes. Skin pigmentation does not vary with race or age. Severe nystagmus photophobia, photophobia and reduced visual acuity are common features. Some subjects show some tyrosinase activity and develop near normal skin coloration with age. Now type 2, it has some pigment at birth but lost later. Tyrosinase positive, here it is positive, that was negative. Oculocutaneous albinism type 2 is the most prevalent type of albinism throughout the world and is responsible for a great deal of morbidity due to skin cancer and gross visual impairment. Now oculocutaneous albinism type 3, it is because of mutation in tyrosinase enzyme which is related to protein 1, a tyrosine hydroxylase regulatory protein, leading to reduction in hydroxylase activity. This reduces the activity of hydroxylase enzyme. The albinos are tyrosine positive. These are again positive. The sun sensitivity is less marked and in most cases retinal pigment is present. In some it is retinal pigment is present. Till now it was totally absent. And nystagmus is also present only in about 20% of the patient. Rest are normal. Now type 4, it is due to mutation in MATP gene. Phenotype is identical to that of type 2. Type 4 is one of the most common type of albinism. It is in Japan. In Japan you see this type of albinism is seen. Now the second type, that is ocular albinism. It is sex-linked ocular type albinism with depigmented fundus, nystagmus, head nodding and impaired vision. Pigmentation is normal elsewhere except in the eyes. So skin and everything is normal, only eye is affected in this type of albinism. The biochemical defect appears to be mistargeting of a pigment cell specific integral membrane glycoprotein that belongs to G protein. So G protein membrane glycoprotein is defected, which is coupled with the receptor superfamily. The protein is mistargeted from plasma membrane into the chromosomes. Now pheochromocytoma, the second type of disorder which is due to excess synthesis of catecholamine. It causes a benign tumor affecting the chromaffin cells of adrenal medulla. It could be a part of more complicated endocrine disorder, for example multiple endocrine neoplasias. About 20% of pheochromocytoma show autosomal dominant type of inheritance. The affected cells secrete abnormal amount of epinephrine. So abnormal amount of epinephrine, non-epinephrine are synthesized, which leads to hypertension. So episodes of palpitation are seen in this type of patients. Headache they have. Profuse sweating are typical and constitute a classical triad. All three symptoms are associated with hypertension. So profuse sweating, headache and palpitation, these are all related to hypertension, are seen in this disease. Then biochemical testing, we see that elevated plasma and urinary levels of catecholamines are seen, metanephrines are seen, and vinyl acid, that is VMA, it is known as VMA, increase in VMA in plasma and urine. With 24 hours urine testing, valino-mandelic acid sensitivity is +2 and specificity +4. Catecholamines, it is +3 and specificity also +3. Fractionated metanephrines, that is +4 and specificity +2. Total metanephrines, we see that +3 are present and specificity it is +4. In plasma test, we see catecholamines are +3 and specificity +2. Free metanephrines are +4 and +3. Now we come to the NEET PG questions. This question was present in recent question in November 2017. The question is 5-hydroxy indole acetic acid in urine is due to pheochromocytoma, carcinoid syndrome, phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria, and the answer is B, carcinoid syndrome. Then this question was also in 2017 January. VMA is excreted in urine in pheochromocytoma, carcinoid syndrome, phenylketonuria and alkaptonuria. Just now we have seen in the last slide that it is excreted in pheochromocytoma. Now this is also again recent question. Melanin derived from tryptophan, tyrosine, methionine or alanine. So it is, the answer is tyrosine. Now this is also again recent question. Which of the amino acid is involved in the synthesis of thyroxine? Glycine, methionine, threonine and tyrosine, and the answer is tyrosine. Thank you very much. So please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.